Hey, good morning, students. Today I am here again with our another topic, that is computer memory. This is the third part of chapter computer system. Let us start with this computer memory. A computer system needs memory to store the data and instructions for processing. Whenever we talk about the memory of a computer system, we usually talk about the main memory or primary memory. Okay? The secondary memory, which is also called as a storage devices, is used to store data, instruction and results permanently and for future use. So there are these two main type of memories, primary and secondary. Primary memory is useful for a main purpose of processing. Okay, that is called as a main memory. And secondary memory, it is to store the data, instructions or different type of files permanently for future use. Let's move ahead. There is a new point of about a memory. When there is a question of memory, there is the first point will be there, the units of memories, how to count the memory. Okay, a computer system uses binary numbers to store and process data. The binary digits 0 and 1, which are the basic units of memory, these are called as bits, bits. Further, these bits are grouped together to form words. A 4-bit word is called as a nibble. 4-bit word is called as a nibble. Example of nibble are 1001, 1010, 0010, etc. Like this, these are the binary codes. With the help of these binary codes, the memories are stored. A 2 nibble word, that is 8-bit word, is called as a byte, byte. Okay, and that byte, it is refers to a single letter, just like A alphabet. So for that a byte is required. 8 bits are required to store one alphabet or one letter. So units of memory, again in that one chart I have prepared over here to show you. Like any other standard units, bytes are grouped together to make larger or bigger chunks or units of memory. In the table it is shown different measurements of units for digital data stored in computer memories. Now see the measurement units of digital data. Unit description are there. Now kilobyte, KB, then MB, then GB, TB, PB, like this way. KB means kilobyte. 1 kilobyte equal to 1024 bytes. So likewise it is going to be increased. Like 1 megabyte means 1024 kilobytes. So step by step it is increasing. So this you have to write it down in your notebook. This is very important unit chart. The type of memory. Let us move towards the types of memory. Human beings memorize many things over a lifetime and recall from memory to make a decision or to take some action. However, we cannot rely on our memory completely, so we make notes and store important data and information using other mediums such as notebooks, manual, journal, then documents, etc. for a long-term storage. Similarly, computers have two types of memories, namely primary memory and secondary memory. So primary memory, the primary memory is an essential component of a computer system. Program and data are loaded into primary memory before processing. The CPU interacts directly with the primary memory to perform read or write operations. Okay, this primary memory mainly used for processing purpose. So it is of two types, like random access memory RAM and read only memory ROM. So let us see one by one. RAM, random access memory, it is a volatile. That is, as long as the power is supplied to the computer, it retains the data in it. But as soon as the power supply is turned off, all the contents of RAM is wiped out. It is used to store data temporarily while the computer is working. Whenever the computer is started or a software application is launched, the required program and data are loaded into RAM for processing purpose. RAM is usually referred to as main memory, and it is faster than secondary memory or storage devices. And one more thing is there, this RAM is one of the component which decides the speed of your computer. ROM, second is the ROM, read only memory. It is non-volatile, means its contents are not lost even when the power is turned off. It is used as a small but faster permanent storage for the contents which are rarely changed. For example, the startup program's bootloader, BOOT, bootloader that loads the operating system into RAM is stored in a ROM. The ROM is used for that purpose. The content is not going to be changed. ROM is made, okay, when it is made by the manufacturer, that time only some content is written in that, because that content will never change. That is for permanent purpose. That is very important thing. And mostly the programs are there for how to start the computer. For that, which files are required, those files are stored in the ROM. Now cache memory, this is a little different concept. RAM is faster than secondary storage, but not as fast as a computer processor. Microprocessor is fastest one. Then also RAM can't compare with the microprocessor. Its speed is very high of microprocessor, or we can say CPU. So because of RAM, a CPU may have to slow down to speed up the operations of the CPU. A very high speed memory is placed between the CPU and the primary memory, which is known as cache memory. Okay, we can say cache or cache, no problem. Cache memory, it stores the copies of data from frequently accessed primary memory locations, thus reducing the average time required to access data from primary memory. When the CPU needs to access memory, it first examines the cache. In case the requirement is met, it is read from the cache. Otherwise, the primary memory is accessed. So cache memory is the bridge between primary memory and CPU. So it will cope up, or we can say it will manage the speed of RAM and CPU, both things. So our machine getting very fast, not getting down or not getting slowed down. Now very important one more thing, secondary memory. Like primary memory has limited storage capacity and is either volatile RAM or read only ROM. Thus a computer system needs auxiliary or secondary memory to permanently store the data or instructions for future use. For example, some files are there like your movies, some mobile photographs, recordings, video shootings, any program video files. So these files where to keep? RAM is very small one. It is having a limited capacity, limited storage, but secondary storage is made for that, where you can store your data for future use, for permanent purpose, and very secure. The secondary memory is non-volatile and has larger storage capacity than primary memory. It is slower and cheaper than main memory, but it cannot be accessed directly by the CPU. Contents of secondary storage needs to be first brought into the main memory for the CPU to access. Example of secondary memory devices include hard disk drive, that is HDD, CD or DVD, memory card, etc., as shown in figure that we will see next slide. In that right now, today also one more different type of secondary device has come, that is SSD hard disk, which is very fast for the computer. Now these are the examples of your storage devices: pen drive, hard disk drive, HDD, then CD, DVD, memory cards, tape drives, and solid state drive, which I just said you, SSD drive, solid state drive. These are some examples of secondary storage devices. Now, however, these days there are secondary storage devices like solid state drive, which supports very fast data transfer speed as compared to earlier HDDs. Means previous one, which hard disks we were using in our computer, laptop, more faster than those hard disks. Now this solid state drive SSD has launched. It is a new thing that is having very fast data transfer speed, so your machine also getting very fast actions, all the operations are getting very fast. Also, data transfer between computers have become easier and simpler due to the availability of small sized portable flash or pen drives. So that is the very easy way, or you all are knowing very well, you all are familiar with pen drives. That pen drives you can easily carry from one place to another place, and lot of data, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32, 464, even 128 GB also available. Pen drives are available in market. As per your need, you can purchase it out. So my dear students, I want to stop over here. This is about the memories. So next topic will take it very soon. Till the time, you have to read, you have to watch this video very seriously, very carefully. If you have any doubt, any problem, any question, you can ask me on WhatsApp. So till that time, bye bye.